Welcome, my dear fellas. I'm again going to take some talk against one of guy from against one of the guys who is now not in the UFC, which is Askar Askarov. As I told you, their fans are extremely annoying. They were threatening, and nobody has came here to teach me a lesson. So it seems we got tons of internet warriors, but I don't give a damn. Like, if you wanna do it, do whatever you want. I'm going to record another video against your guy. Keep threatening. There will be more videos. I'm promising you that Zubeira Tukugov is the next on the line. That is what am I gonna promise you. So yeah, Zubeira Tukugov gonna be the next on the line. And yeah, when KKR France outclassed Askar Askarov. Actually, Askar Askarov was doing well in round one, but then he stopped listening to instructions from his corner. Then he was doing everything his corner said not to do. And if you ask me how, I have a guy who understands Russian, so that's how I know that. Now, let's go. Well, it was before Davison Figueiredo versus Brandon Moreno 4, so this could have been even a title fight later. You know, the winner of this fight could have been in line for a crack at that fight's winner, and the referee Chad Turkovic was overseeing this 125-pound affair. It started with intense stare down, no glove touch, and Kara France was claiming the center place in the cage before circling around 30-60 degrees to jab at the Russian. They were throw kicks at the same time. Kara France was swinging and missing with a wide punch to the body, and he was keeping a very long distance, barely in kicking range. Possibly to see that takedown entries, you know, he was paying attention to Askarov's takedown entries, and Askarov was unloading looping right hand, grazed his target, didn't connect flush, and he was shooting in a far for a single. Kara France kept his balance with one leg in the air, and Kara France unfortunately had to hop around and somehow was managed. Somehow he managed to stay upright when Askarov lifted him up in the air and set him down. He turned him to the cage wall. He was kicking the Kiwi out and planted him. He kicked Kiwi's other leg out. He planted him firmly on the mat, dominated through the rest of the round, got side control. He was circling to get Kara France back without missing a beat. And Kara France got his cookies in, and unfortunately, then it was a time for Askar Askarov to dominate. He secured the body triangle, commenced rear naked choke fishing, and there was no choke found early. He softened the Kiwi up with several clean hands on the dome, and Kara France was trying to scramble and got to his knees. This forced him to push off the floor, allowing Askarov to latch on to a choke attempt, and Kara France stood back up. Despite this, he kept the Russian as a dangerous backpack while trying to scrap Askarov off the wall, but Askarov grabbed a hold of a rear naked choke when Kara France was able to defend. Askarov switched to another grip, and he was changing his grip like several times armed while choke hunting. The city kickboxing standout defended everyone successfully, but Askarov landed to the side, drilled Kara France in the side of the head with several emphatic elbows. Kara France was stunned, but Askarov made a horrible mistake, and he grabbed a hold of a face crank, and he tried to turn face crank into a choke, and then he transitioned to a neck crank, and Kara France signaled a thumb up, and the round ended. And luckily for Kara France, he survived. But after that round one, everything started to go downfall for Askar Askarov. It was a horrible performance as Askarov waded out of his corner confidently in round two. That put him in danger quickly. Kara France let his hands go, not concerned about the takedown. He was slugging Askarov in the face, rocking him. Kara France was trying to lay into Askarov with more powerful punches, but Askarov smartly closed the range. You know, he was fishing for a takedown. Askarov wrenched Kara France down to the mat, but only for a few seconds before the Kiwi was able to scramble up and work his way back to the feet. And Askarov was changing his levels to go after a single. Kara France stuffed it, tried to pay him back with an overhand right. Kara France scored a body kick. He leapt forward with the left hand as Askarov shook his head, and Kara France was attacking again with the right hand, closed the distance. He made Askarov backpedal, and you know Askarov was blocking the majority of the blows. He walked Kara France down, measuring his man until dropping for a single. Kara France was keeping his balance and set his leg down. He winded up with a left hand that hurt Askarov. That left hand was brutal. And don't blink, make sure the audience doesn't blink in this exchange, hurting Askarov with powerful punches, making Askarov retreat along the outskirts of the fence. And that was the horrible mistake of Askar Askarov because he underestimated his opponent. He underestimated Kiwi's ability to hurt him, and one punch was definitively hurting Askarov badly. He was shooting in for a failed takedown as the crowd erupted in support for the New Zealand native. Kara France cracked Askarov again with another big left hand. The audience began to start chanting, "Let's go, Kai," and Kara France was swinging with wild punches. He was energized by the crowd. A few get Askarov's attention, but cannot stop him. The strikes do make Askarov shoot desperately for a takedown, but it's very easy to see takedowns. Askarov was desperately shooting in, and he was unable to take his opponent to the ground. And Kara France won the round confidently, but round three, they touched gloves, and Kara France charged like a bull. Askarov timed the right hand, but Kara France ducked under in time, and Kara France continued attacking. Askarov catched him on the way with a kick that splits the uprights, although it targeted the thigh. Kara France was howling from the kick. He was feeling it. Kara France told Trukovic he was ready to continue after about a minute to catch his wind. He carried on. It was a nut shot. It was a dirty nut shot by Askar Askarov. He knew that he was losing the fight, and he landed a dirty nut shot, intentionally landed a dirty nut shot because he was losing the fight. And then Askarov was landing a kick on the outside. Kara France went up high with one to the shoulder. Response from Askarov made him slip. Kara France didn't follow him down to the mat. Askarov was fishing for a low single, then which fell short. He was hurrying over to grab hold of the Kiwi, tried to take him down to the mat, and with one hook in, Askarov was hooping around, taking Kara France back. He kicked off the fence, locking up a body triangle, and Kara France wrangled him down to the mat to set his back free. And the Russian quickly darted in from on his knees to go for a single, but Kara France replied with elbows to the side of the head, and the crowd went bananas every time something successful happened for Kara France, and they were raining down boos anytime Askarov gained an advantage and went for a takedown. The audience was so loud, it nearly drowned out commentary. They were trading strikes, big strikes on the feet. Kara France landed a chopping leg kick, backed off, and a flash right hand on the chin. Askarov was feeling the consequences of that strike. It was a brutal right hand that landed here, but Askarov kept marching forward, and Kara France just moved his head out of the way in time. When Askarov ripped an uppercut towards it, he was swarming him with a few punches, but Askarov answered right with a big right hand that backed Kara France away. But Kara France gathered steam and gave chase. He was chasing Askarov all over the octagon, and couple punches landed. A leg kick also. He was windmilling with a left hand that brushed past his intended target, and Kara France suddenly went for a double. Askarov looked surprised but managed to stop it. This was a setup for Kara France, who laid him into with a big left hand, and Kara France pointed to the ground. With 15 seconds to go, Askarov answered with a single. Kara France pushed him off with the second left, and he threw one big right hand to punctuate what appears to be a razor close battle, but it was a clean, easy, squeezy victory for Kara France because Askar Askarov showed horrible fight IQ. The fans in attendance voiced their support for the fan scrap, gave love for Kara France as if he was from Ohio and not a New Zealander. And I've got to tell you, Askar Askarov didn't follow instructions from his corner in round 2, round 3. He was doing whatever he wanted, and that's why he actually lost this fight. So, bro, listen to the instructions from your corner, man. You must listen to the instructions. That's why you have your coaches. Askar Askarov didn't follow a single instruction in round 2 and round 3. Alright, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Well, we might have more videos in the future to come. Later I'm going live with UFC predictions. Catch ya!